There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Adventures are never fun while you're having them. Do not dare not to dare. A young man who wishes to remain a sound atheist cannot be too careful of his reading. Everyone thinks forgiveness is a lovely idea until he has something to forgive. Gratitude looks to the past and love to the present. Fear, avarice, lust, and ambition look ahead. We live, in fact, in a world starved for solitude, silence, and private, and therefore starved for meditation and true friendship. A man who has been in another world does not come back unchanged. There is a kind of happiness and wonder that makes you serious. It is too good to waste on jokes. Spiteful words can hurt your feelings, but silence breaks your heart. What draws people to be friends is that they see the same truth. They share it. You can't know. You can only believe or not. Experience, that most brutal of teachers. But you learn, my God, do you learn? Do not let us mistake necessary evils for good. Courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point, which means at the point of highest reality. To know that one is dreaming it to be no longer perfectly asleep. Nothing you have not given away will ever really be yours. If you love deeply, you're going to get hurt badly, but it's still worth it. A proud man is always looking down on things and people. And of course, as long as you are looking down, you cannot see something that is above you. When we lose one blessing, another is often most unexpectedly given in its place. God allows us to experience the low points of life in order to teach us lessons that we could learn in no other way. No one ever told me that grief felt so like fear. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. No book is really worth reading at the age of 10, which is not equally, and often far more, worth reading at the age of 50 and beyond. The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour, whatever he does, whoever he is. Miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story, which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some of us to see. Don't use words too big for the subject. Don't say infinitely when you mean very. Otherwise, you'll have no word left when you want to talk about something really infinite. Pain insists upon being attended to. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. Things never happen the same way twice. Eating and reading are two pleasures that combine admirably. We meet no ordinary people in our lives. Crying is all right in its way while it lasts, but you have to stop sooner or later and then you still have to decide what to do. Education without values, as useful as it is, seems rather to make man a more clever devil. Love is something more stern and splendid than mere kindness. I can't imagine a man really enjoying a book and reading it only once. The Christian does not think God will love us because we are good, but that God will make us good because He loves us. God can't give us peace and happiness apart from Himself because there is no such thing. Do not let your happiness depend on something you may lose. We are not necessarily doubting that God will do the best for us. We are wondering how painful the best will turn out to be. A children's story that can only be enjoyed by children is not a good children's story in the slightest. You can make anything by writing. The love of knowledge is a kind of madness. Someday you will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again. It is a good rule after reading a new book never to allow yourself another new one till you have read an old one in between. Love is not affectionate feeling, but a steady wish for the loved person's ultimate good as far as it can be obtained.